What if the glamorous golden age wasn't as pure as it looked? Imagine the biggest stars of that era, perfect smiles, polished images, adored by the world, living double lives behind closed doors. When the cameras stopped rolling, many of them stepped into affairs so wild, so messy, and so dangerous that studios spent fortunes trying to bury the truth. This list pulls you straight into the scandals Hollywood hoped you'd forget. You'll see marriages falling apart in silence, forbidden romances that risked entire careers, and affairs that sparked explosive fights, hidden paternity mysteries, and shocking betrayals. So buckle up, because once you hear what these stars were really doing when the spotlight faded, you'll never look at old Hollywood the same way again. 15. Judy Garland and Vincente Minnelli. Judy Garland's love life looked perfect from the outside, but behind the bright studio lights, it was filled with messy secrets, heartbreak, and painful cheating scandals that stunned Golden Age Hollywood. When she married director Vincente Minnelli, many people saw it as a fresh start for her, a calm moment after years of pressure from the studios. But things turned stormy fast. Their marriage started to crack when both Judy and Vincente began finding emotional comfort elsewhere. Rumors spread that Judy grew close to her co-stars during long shooting days, especially when she felt lonely or overwhelmed. At the same time, Vincente was slipping into his own private world, connecting with other partners and living a hidden life that the studios tried hard to keep silent. As their relationship stretched thin, the cheating whispers only grew louder. Hollywood insiders talked about nights when Judy would not come home and days when Vincente stayed away from the set. Their home turned into a quiet battlefield, full of secrets they carried separately. What made this scandal so shocking was not just the betrayal, but how it showed the painful reality behind Judy's already fragile emotional state. Their marriage eventually collapsed under the weight of these hidden affairs, leaving behind a story that shaped Judy's journey heartbreakingly. 14. Laurence Olivier and Vivien Leigh. Laurence Olivier and Vivien Leigh were once seen as the shining couple of classic cinema, a pair so talented and beautiful that people believed nothing could break them. But their story was built on a scandal that Hollywood never forgot. When they met, both were already married to other partners, yet the attraction between them grew so quickly and intensely that they began a secret affair almost immediately. Studio sets became their private world, filled with stolen moments, whispered conversations, and passion that pushed them deeper into danger. Their cheating did not stay hidden for long. Friends, colleagues, and even crew members noticed the sparks between them. Soon, rumors began spreading across Hollywood that these two married stars were living a double life. The scandal exploded when their partners finally discovered the truth, leading to painful divorces that shocked the public. When Laurence and Vivien finally married each other, some believed their new beginning would erase the past, but the shadows of how their story started never faded. The guilt, the pressure, and the emotional toll slowly weighed on Vivien, while Laurence struggled with the chaos that surrounded their home. What makes their cheating scandal unforgettable is how their great love began with secrecy and ended with heartbreak. Their relationship created some of the most memorable performances in film history. Yet behind the camera, it was a fragile world shaped by passion, betrayal, and emotional storms. 13. Cary Grant and Virginia Cherrill. Cary Grant and Virginia Cherrill looked like a glamorous couple from the outside, but their marriage quickly became one of the messiest cheating scandals of Hollywood's golden age. People saw Cary as the smooth, charming gentleman on screen, but behind closed doors, their relationship was filled with tension, insecurity, and emotional distance. Virginia often felt alone, especially when Cary spent long nights away from home and grew closer to other women in the industry. The whispers of his affairs started to spread across studios, and soon the marriage turned into a storm of arguments, jealousy, and hurt feelings. Virginia eventually accused Carey of being unfaithful, saying that his attention wandered far too easily. Insiders claimed that Carey enjoyed the company of actresses he worked with and that he treated the marriage like a responsibility instead of a partnership. The cheating rumors grew so loud that even the press picked up on their troubles. Their short and explosive marriage ended in a divorce that exposed just how fractured their relationship had become. The scandal showed a very different side of Carey, revealing how fame, charm, and attention from the public could tear apart a fragile marriage. Their story became one of the earliest examples of how the Golden Age's shiny surface often hid deep personal chaos. 12. Joan Crawford and her numerous affairs. Joan Crawford's name was almost always connected to glamour, power, and ambition, but it was also tied to a long trail of cheating scandals that followed her throughout her career. Joan understood the game of Hollywood better than most stars of her time, and she used her beauty and charisma to climb higher. But along the way, she became involved in a series of affairs with married co-stars, producers, and influential men who helped shape her career. These secret relationships created constant waves of gossip that never seemed to fade. People close to Joan said she had a habit of falling for men who were already committed, and that her charm made it easy for her to pull them into hidden romances. Studio bosses tried to cover up the mess, but Hollywood insiders talked openly about her late-night meetings, secret visits, and quiet deals that kept her name at the center of scandal. Some marriages broke apart because of her, and some careers shifted because of her influence and complicated love life. Her cheating scandals were not about one moment or one relationship, but a pattern that followed her from one decade to the next. Joan lived boldly, passionately, and sometimes recklessly, making her story one of Golden Age Hollywood's most unforgettable scandals. 11. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner were one of the most explosive couples of their era, but their love story was built on a cheating scandal that shocked the entertainment world. Frank was still married to his first wife, Nancy, when he fell passionately for Ava. Their chemistry was so intense that they could not hide it, and soon the entire country knew he was having an affair. Headlines exposed every detail, from their private arguments to their secret meetings, turning their romance into a national spectacle. Frank eventually left Nancy for Ava, but the scandal did not calm down after the divorce. Their marriage was full of fiery arguments, long separations, and new affairs on both sides. Insiders claimed that Frank often drifted into new romances during his tours, while Ava found comfort with other men when she felt neglected or frustrated. Their jealousy, pride, and emotional extremes created a relationship that burned bright and faded fast. Hollywood watched as the couple who shocked the world with their affair slowly tore each other apart with the same passion that first brought them together. Their cheating scandal remains one of the most talked about stories of the Golden Age. 10. Lana Turner and her stormy love life. Lana Turner's life was a whirlwind of beauty, fame, and dramatic relationships, but her cheating scandals made her one of Hollywood's most talked about stars. Lana married several times, and nearly every one of those marriages came with rumors of secret affairs, broken promises, and emotional chaos. Her glamorous image drew powerful men toward her, but it also created constant trouble when she became involved with lovers outside her relationships. Hollywood insiders often whispered about Lana's late-night disappearances, unexpected visits to co-stars' homes, and her habit of falling deeply in love far too quickly. Some men accused her of stepping outside the marriage whenever she felt trapped or unhappy, while others admitted they could not keep up with her intense emotions. Her relationships were filled with high passion, loud arguments, and painful heartbreaks. Every time she tried to settle down, new scandals surfaced, linking her to another man who was not her husband. Although Lana tried to find stability, her love life remained turbulent, shaped by temptation, loneliness, and the constant pressure of fame. Her cheating scandals symbolize the darker side of stardom, showing how desire and attention could easily turn a glamorous life into a stormy one. 9. Rita Hayworth and her complicated affairs. Rita Hayworth was known as the love goddess, but behind that glowing image was a private life tangled in heartbreak and cheating scandals that echoed all through Golden Age Hollywood. Rita's marriages, including the ones with Orson Welles and Prince Ali Khan, were filled with deep passion, but also moments of betrayal. Her rising fame brought endless attention from admirers, and the pressure of Hollywood kept pulling her relationships apart. Rumors often spread that Rita drifted toward new lovers when she felt unseen or overwhelmed, especially during long periods when her husbands were traveling or focused on their own careers. At the same time, both Orson Welles and Ali Khan were far from innocent. Each had their own set of affairs, creating a cycle of jealousy and emotional distance that pushed Rita further away. Hollywood insiders whispered about nights where Rita left parties with mystery companions and days where her partners were caught in private meetings with other women. Her relationships always looked glamorous in photos, but inside they were unstable, fragile, and loaded with secrets. The cheating on both sides slowly chipped away at her hope for a peaceful life, leaving Rita searching for affection in places that only created more chaos. Her scandal-filled love life became a symbol of how fame could twist even the strongest romances into something painful and unpredictable. 8. Errol Flynn and his endless affairs. Errol Flynn was the ultimate screen hero, a charming figure who thrilled audiences with his daring roles. But his off-screen life was even more dramatic, filled with constant cheating scandals that made him one of the most notorious lovers in Hollywood. Errol had a magnetic appeal that pulled women toward him wherever he went, and he did little to resist the attention. Even during his marriages, especially the one with actress Lily DeMita, he continued slipping into new affairs with co-stars, dancers, and women he met during his wild nightlife adventures. Hollywood quickly learned that Errol lived without boundaries. Parties, secret hotel meetings, and unexpected romantic entanglements became part of his daily routine. His name appeared in gossip columns so often that the public began expecting a new scandal every month. Lily DeMita struggled to handle the constant betrayals, and their fights became legendary, filled with accusations, tears, and broken trust. The cheating never stopped, and soon his marriage collapsed under the weight of his reckless behavior. Errol's scandalous reputation followed him throughout his career, shaping the way people talked about him even years later. His charm made him a star, but his endless affairs turned him into one of the most infamous personalities of the Golden Age, a man who lived fast, loved wildly, and left a trail of heartbreak behind him. 7. Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn's relationship became one of Hollywood's most discussed love stories, but it began as a cheating scandal that shocked everyone around them. Spencer was married to Louise Tracy, and although he and Katharine tried to keep their connection private at first, their chemistry quickly became impossible to hide. They shared long hours on set, stolen glances, and quiet moments that revealed how deeply they cared for each other, even though their relationship crossed serious boundaries. Spencer never divorced Louise, and that created a painful situation for everyone involved. Katharine lived in the shadows, loving a man she could never fully have, while Spencer carried the guilt of betraying a wife who had supported him for years. Their private meetings became the subject of constant rumors, with crew members whispering about the pair disappearing between takes or spending late nights in each other's company. The scandal did not fade, it simply became part of their story. Even though their bond lasted for decades, it was built on a foundation that caused hurt and controversy from the beginning. Their romance showed how powerful love could become, but it also highlighted the emotional cost of secrecy, loyalty, and betrayal inside the pressure-filled world of Hollywood. 6. Charlie Chaplin and Lita Grey. Charlie Chaplin, the world's beloved silent film genius, became the center of one of Hollywood's most explosive cheating scandals when he became involved with teenage actress Lita Grey. Charlie was already married when he began growing closer to Lita during filming, and the relationship shifted from professional to deeply personal far too quickly. When Lita became pregnant, the situation turned into a full-blown crisis that studios rushed to control and cover up. Hollywood was shaken when the truth came out. The scandal forced Charlie into a sudden marriage to avoid potential legal consequences, but the relationship was unstable from the start. Lita accused Charlie of being unfaithful even after they wed, claiming he still sought attention from other women and treated their marriage like a burden. Their arguments became so intense that their divorce turned into one of the most bitter and public legal battles in Hollywood's early years. The cheating not only destroyed their relationship, but also damaged Charlie's carefully built image. Fans were stunned to see the gentle clown associated with such a serious scandal, and newspapers published every messy detail. This affair marked a turning point in his career, reminding everyone that even the most admired stars could hide dark, complicated secrets behind their famous smiles. 5. Marilyn Monroe and her affairs. Marilyn Monroe remains one of the most iconic figures of the Golden Age, but her personal life was filled with painful cheating scandals that added constant strain to her already fragile world. During her marriages to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller, Marilyn was often linked to emotional and physical affairs, fueled by loneliness, pressure, and the intense attention she received from the industry. She craved affection and stability, but the demands of fame pushed her further away from steady relationships. With Joe DiMaggio, jealousy and control clashed with Marilyn's need for freedom. The tension between them opened the door to rumors that Marilyn found comfort in other men during their time apart. Later, during her marriage to playwright Arthur Miller, things grew even more complicated. Marilyn's emotional struggles made the relationship rocky, and insiders whispered that she developed close connections with co-stars and friends who offered the warmth she felt she was missing at home. At the same time, both Joe and Miller had their own moments of emotional withdrawal, creating a cycle of distance and disappointment. Marilyn's affairs became part of Hollywood's never-ending gossip, painting a picture of a woman who was adored by the world but felt deeply alone in her private life. Her cheating scandals added another layer to her tragic story, showing how fame could twist love into something painful and unsteady. 4. Humphrey Bogart and Mayo Methot. Humphrey Bogart and Mayo Methot had one of the most chaotic marriages in Golden Age Hollywood, and cheating rumors sat right in the middle of their downfall. Bogart was already rising as a powerful screen presence, while Mayo struggled with insecurity, jealousy, and a fiery temper. Their home became known as Battling Bogarts because arguments erupted at any hour, and every fight seemed to circle back to the same painful issue: Bogart's closeness with other women. People on studio lots whispered that Bogart connected too easily with his co-stars, especially actresses who admired his calm charm. Mayo felt threatened by every new female Bogart worked with, and her fear wasn't completely unfounded. Insiders claimed Bogart sought comfort outside the marriage during moments when Mayo's drinking and unpredictable behavior became overwhelming. The tension grew stronger during the filming of his early movies, where he shared long hours with talented actresses and developed emotional bonds that Mayo could sense the moment he walked through the door. Their arguments spilled into public places, creating gossip stories that spread far beyond Hollywood. When Bogart later met Lauren Bacall, everything exploded. Even though he did not officially leave Mayo during the filming of their first movie together, everyone around them saw the emotional shift. The marriage had already been damaged for years, and Mayo felt the final blow the moment she realized Bogart had found a new, steadier love. Their relationship ended with pain, bitterness, and the heavy shadow of infidelity, marking it as one of the most dramatic cheating scandals of the Golden Age. 3. Elizabeth Taylor and Eddie Fisher. Elizabeth Taylor and Eddie Fisher became the center of one of Hollywood's most shocking cheating scandals, a story that dominated headlines and left fans stunned. At the time, Eddie Fisher was married to Debbie Reynolds, America's sweetheart, while Elizabeth was grieving the sudden death of her husband, Mike Todd. Eddie stepped in to comfort her, but that emotional support quickly transformed into a passionate affair that the world soon discovered. Elizabeth's beauty and fragile emotional state drew Eddie closer, and the line between friendship and romance disappeared faster than anyone expected. When the affair became public, the reaction was explosive. Debbie Reynolds was seen as the innocent wife, blindsided by betrayal, while Elizabeth was painted as the glamorous temptress who broke up a family. Eddie tried to defend his actions by saying he simply fell in love with Elizabeth, but the damage was already done. Studios panicked, fans protested, and newspapers printed every detail, turning the scandal into one of the decade's biggest entertainment stories. Elizabeth and Eddie married soon after, hoping to turn the affair into something meaningful, but the foundation was too unstable. Their relationship became filled with tension, arguments, and emotional distance, especially as Elizabeth's fame continued to climb. Meanwhile, Eddie's career suffered badly as the public never fully forgave him for leaving Debbie. Their marriage eventually fell apart, proving that the intense affair that brought them together was never strong enough to survive real life. This scandal remains a classic example of how passion, grief, and fame collided most dramatically. 2. Ingrid Bergman and Roberto Rossellini. Ingrid Bergman was loved around the world for her elegance and talent, but her cheating scandal with Italian director Roberto Rossellini changed her life in a way no one expected. At the time, Ingrid was married to Dr. Petter Lindstrom, and she had a wholesome, almost saint-like public image. But everything shifted when she traveled to Italy to work with Rossellini on a film. Their chemistry was undeniable, and the working relationship quickly sparked into a secret affair that grew deeper every day. When Ingrid became pregnant with Rossellini's child, the secret burst into the open. The reaction was harsh and immediate. American audiences, who once adored her, felt betrayed. Churches condemned her, politicians criticized her, and newspapers printed fierce headlines accusing her of abandoning her family. Hollywood studios saw the scandal as dangerous and distanced themselves, leaving Ingrid to face the storm alone. She moved to Italy to live with Rossellini, hoping the love that caused such chaos would bring stability. But their life together was far from peaceful. The pressures of their careers, cultural differences, and Rossellini's demanding temperament created constant tension. New rumors spread that Rossellini was unfaithful, turning their once passionate romance into a difficult and lonely journey for Ingrid. Their marriage eventually collapsed, leaving Ingrid to rebuild her career and reputation years later. Still, her affair with Rossellini became one of the most unforgettable scandals of the Golden Age, showing how love could lift a star to great heights, but also push her into the center of a storm she never imagined. 1. Clark Gable and Loretta Young. Clark Gable and Loretta Young's cheating scandal was one of Hollywood's most secretive and carefully managed stories, hidden for decades behind studio walls. During the filming of Call of the Wild, Clark was already married, while Loretta was a young rising star known for her modest, almost angelic public image. Their attraction grew during long filming days, and what began as a brief moment of closeness turned into a life-changing situation when Loretta discovered she was pregnant. In those days, having a child out of wedlock, especially with a married man, was unthinkable for a studio actress. Hollywood bosses moved quickly, covering up every trace of the affair to protect both stars. Loretta was quietly sent away, far from cameras and reporters, and later returned with a story that explained her absence without revealing the truth. Her baby girl was placed in an orphanage temporarily, and Loretta adopted her later to protect her career. The truth stayed hidden for many years, whispered only among industry insiders who understood the power studios held over their stars' lives. Clark never publicly acknowledged the child, though many believed he knew exactly what had happened. Loretta carried the emotional weight of the secret for decades, balancing the love for her daughter with the pressure to protect her reputation. This scandal remains one of the most shocking examples of Hollywood's ability to bury the truth, showing how fame, power, and strict studio control shape the private lives of even its biggest stars. When you look back at these scandals, it's hard not to wonder how many more secrets were swept under the rugs of Hollywood's golden age. If this much chaos managed to leak out, what else was happening in those smoky backrooms, hidden mansions, and studio-controlled marriages? How many affairs were covered up so well that the truth never saw daylight? One thing's clear, behind the polished posters and perfect smiles, the golden age was far darker than anyone imagined. And these stories are only the tip of the iceberg. So tell me, which scandal shocked you the most, and which hidden secret do you think Hollywood is still hiding today? If you're ready to dive deeper into untold stories, forgotten stars, and the messy truths they tried to erase, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and get ready, because the next story is even wilder.